Hey, yo, welcome into the CHGO White Sox pregame show presented by PointsBet. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. It is the CHGO White Sox group. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean Anderson. Not at Sean Anderson, at Sean_W_Anderson. Alongside me, as always, is Herb Lawrence.
Hello.
You can follow him on Twitter at Ecknerwall23. Herb, I'm all thrown off. Steven, get in here. Producer Steven. Hi, Steven. All right, so what is it? Hello. Hi, Steven. Why isn't it popping up on Twitter? I usually try to, quote tweet this with the little live broadcast, like, hey, we're on Twitter. It's not popping up.
It's a weird thing in this studio where we could only send it out from 2 accounts. So we have Casey on the job right now. She's going to make sure it gets tweeted out for us.
All right. I just want to make sure that I'm doing my job correctly. You can follow the CHGO White Sox account at CHGO_White Sox. We are previewing the White Sox versus Red Sox, the 21-21 White Sox taking on the Red Sox. They got smoked last night, Herb, 16-3. But the concern really isn't the opponents on the field, but more the opponent in Mother Nature. How you feeling about this one getting played today?
Well, Stephen Nicholas, our producer, said on the West Loop, it is raining and on and off over there. And I'm up here in Uptown, and it just had a torrential downpour and now nothing. So reports of our guy, Vinny Duber, who was at the ballpark, says it's pretty much going to be like that all night long, on and off rain, and see if we can get this game in without any incident. All I want is for them to play a complete game without any rain delays and be done before 4-hour mark. I'm giving them at least the extra hour. Please, Jesus, be done before 11 o'clock.
And it does, that'd be nice for them to be done by 11 o'clock. I think that is just hopeful thinking right now.
Did you guys see this comment right here? For James Fegan and Fred Titans here.
Trying to confirm it, but yes, Fred says start of game delayed, no new time given per Fegan. And Vinny was confident that the game was going to get played. So, maybe they're hoping they can get 5 innings in, maybe 6 innings yet. We still don't have confirmation from our guy, Vinny Duber, who is at Guaranteed Rate Field. But I guess James Fegan has tweeted that. So,
and then the White Sox did it also. Started tonight's game will be delayed until the storm passes. We will provide more information as we receive it. So,
the storm has passed.
The
storm's going to be gone by 7:10. I don't know. I don't like this, Herb. I have a bad feeling about this game.
I just don't like it because we have our ace going to the bump tonight. We got Lucas Giolito, and the last thing I want to do is waste him where we're pitching 4 innings. He's going strong. We're winning by 3 or 4 runs, and then we get delayed. And then Lucas is gone for the night. And that's going to mess us up. Even if we suspend the game till tomorrow, Lucas won't be continuing that game. So this is a call. I think before the game starts, it is the White Sox responsibility to bang the game. When the game starts, it's MLB who takes over as far as, hey, we're going to postpone it. Hey, we're going to suspend it, etc. So if the White Sox care about having Lucas Giolito available, but tomorrow I don't think the weather's also great. So I just want Lucas not to be wasted today in his rotation, because then we won't have him in probably until the Toronto series, and that's way too late with only him pitching like 3-4 innings today.
Well, yeah, and hopefully, the start of the game being delayed means that he can pitch tomorrow. So hopefully we can just delay Lucas to tomorrow, and we don't have to worry about missing him, and they could still get him in. Jason J saying Sox killed Robbie Ray in the rain. Maybe we're good. That is a benefit. Rich Hill might not be able to spin that curveball or slider as efficiently as he could. And that was a good night for the Sox offensively. So maybe that is a benefit for today. Josh saying, let's hope the Red Sox offense gave us everything they had in those first 5 innings yesterday. Hopefully so, and hopefully the White Sox have a good plan tonight. Sam Davis Jr. saying going to be a whole lot of Reinsdorfing tonight. So, hey, get him in early, Herb, and then make sure you get all that attendance, you get all the early hot dog sales, and then we're going to delay the game. Classic Sox here. Twins lost today in extra, says our guy Matthew Cortese out in Portland. So that's good for the Sox. I think they're 4.5 back, so it can be 4 full games back. If they're able to win tonight. So I don't know, Herb. This is hopefully they get this in. I look at the radar right now. I sent one photo over to Steven. I don't know if he got the graphic up, but at 7:15, it looks like the rain's going to be past us. So I have a feeling that they're probably going to play. We might not get a full 7 or a full 9. We might get 7. We might not get a full 9.
I don't want that, because then there'll be an extra hour, because you have to wait an hour to bang a game. So say they stop it in the 7th, they, as MLB, have to wait an hour until they actually postpone it or suspend it or cancel, or say the game's final. So that would be a lot of sitting around and doing nothing. And Vinny and all the folks up there would be just milling around doing nothing at the guarantee rate. I'm not happy about that, but it's much better. Rain delay is much better than getting their ass kicked. So if we're scheduled to get our ass kicked tonight, let it rain.
I don't know if they're going to get their ass kicked. I don't know. I don't know if we need to be spreading that energy. I think it might be a good night for the Sox. Let's go and look at the starting Sox for tonight. The starting lineup for your Chicago White Sox. Leading off will be Tim Anderson playing shortstop, batting second.
Let's go.
Andrew Vaughn playing right field.
Let's
Steve
go.
saying AV in the 2 spot. Hell yeah,
Finally.
he is, Steve. Third, Yoan Moncada playing third base and batting third. Fourth, José Abreu playing first base. Batting fifth, AJ Pollock playing left field. Sixth, Jake Berger, called up from Charlotte, doing the DHing and batting sixth. Batting seventh, Adam Engel playing center field. Batting eighth and doing the catching duties, Reese McGuire. And batting ninth, Josh Harrison playing second base. Herb, what do you think of the lineup?
Lineup is solid. Some question the Reese McGuire, a lefty who struggles hitting anyways, versus a lefty in Dick Mountain. And I think Yasmani Grandal hits lefties pretty well. So, he's been struggling this year, but that would be the only thing I question. Otherwise, Andrew Vaughn at the number 2 hole. Baby, let's go. I mean,
Yes,
my guy Yoan Moncada has been struggling 3 of his last 30, but I don't know. Maybe just playing and batting right-handed tonight and going against a soft toss and Dick Mountain, he hits one over the left field wall, feels good about himself, and gets out of this horrendous slump he's been in. He's been missing balls in the strike zone constantly, and this is not Yoan Moncada like. It's very uncanny what he's doing this year.
Yeah, Josh asking Yoan at third while struggling. Tony just likes, I think, instilling confidence or trying to instill confidence to guys. I think the last thing he would want to do is move down Yoan in a weird, baseball thoughts is weird, especially Tony's baseball thoughts. They're very old. They're very strange. I didn't even realize, too, how much Yoan was struggling, but historically, he does better against low velocity. His home runs this year came off some faster pitches, which was surprising. He turned around that 99 mile per hour Loizaga sinker, which was impressive. That's why I thought he was back. That's why I was so eager to be like, oh, top 5 third baseman, let's go. And then the last 8 games have been rough, but this is the type of pitcher that tough. I think,
it's been a tough take for me.
Yeah, that's been a real rough one for you. But I don't know. And Fred saying Rich Hill has been decent this year, and he's like every old guy. As long as you can locate, you're going to be decent. Johnny Cueto's teaching you that right now, and that's what Jamie Moyer lived off of forever. Greg Maddux pitched forever like that. And we brought up Rich Hill. The Sox haven't faced him too much. We can look at the career numbers. AJ Pollock saw him a lot out in the desert when he was a Diamondback and Rich Hill was a Dodger. Josh Harrison saw him a decent amount too. I don't know if you remember Rich Hill had a no-hitter out in Pittsburgh. Pretty sure Josh Harrison broke that one up. There was a game that he brought into the 10th inning, a no-hitter, and got it broken up, got the loss. And the loss was on the walk-off hit that he gave up. And that was the first hit he gave up. It was a brutal game. And I'm pretty sure Josh Harrison was in that one. But as you can see, Josh Harrison, AJ Pollock have seen him, but not a lot of Sox have seen Rich Hill.
No, and AJ Pollock thing strikes me as the most of the 20 plate appearances. Only 4 hits, but 3 of those 4 hits left the yard. So I'm looking for my man AJ Pollock, who's swinging a strong bat, even though he went 0 for, I think, yesterday, to take my man Rich Hill yard tonight, even though I didn't pick him as my click to pick. You guys watched last night. You know who I picked. Come on now.
Yeah, who I picked too. I made my pick early. I knew he was going to be the 2 spot. The second leadoff hitter. I knew they were going to move him up from 9. He had a real good night last night. He was hitting balls left, right. He was hitting them hard, 102, 105. So I'm excited to see Andrew Vaughn. And something too, he's just so good, and I've loved his progression and watching his progression. He's so good when he sees a starting pitcher the second time. His OPS when he sees a starting pitcher for the second time, his OPS plus 262.
Oof.
262, Herb. When he
God
sees
damn.
that starting pitcher for the second time, he hits the hell out of that guy. And I think he's going to hit the hell out of Rich Hill tonight. So I'm real excited to see what Andrew Vaughn can do. And I want to play a little game with you, too, since we got a delayed start.
Yeah, we do.
Rich Hill, drafted in 2002.
Okay.
6 players are currently active from the 2002 draft, 20 years ago. Can you name the 5 others? So obviously Rich Hill is one of them. I can start giving you hints, but maybe you want to throw a couple out before I start giving you hints.
Oh man, like drafted or guys who were signed as free agents?
Drafted in the 2002 MLB draft that are still active.
All right. Let's see some old people. Is Justin Verlander old enough?
He's old enough, but he's not in that draft.
Damn it. Give me one clue because I do not know.
Okay, I'll give you a couple clues. One is in the division. One is a former MVP.
Miguel Cabrera.
No.
God damn it. Andrew McCutchen.
No.
God damn it, all over them.
2 of them are current free agent pitchers that are still active, but they're like legends. They're like legends for me. If you remember the 2008 World Series between the Rays and the Phillies, those were the 2 aces for the 2 respective Rays and Phillies teams.
James Shields?
No,
James Shields is not. I think I've got one of them.
All right, Stephen Nicholas, producer, chime in.
Is Cole Hamels one?
Cole Hamels is one of them.
He's not retired?
He's not retired. He's still active. He still wanted to stick around. The Comets did get one as well. Jesus Shuttlesworth, the guy that's in the division, Zach Greinke. So he was drafted in 2002. So we're still looking for the 2008 Rays ace, and we're still looking for a former NL MVP and
David Price.
No, not David Price.
Not David Price? Jesus Christ.
Not David Price.
2008 Rays MVP, like their ace pitcher.
Maybe he wasn't their ace. He was an all-star that year. That's not a stretch.
Okay.
Won 97 games.
You might
as well he wasn't their best player. So one of them was Scott Kazmir.
Ugh.
Scott Kazmir was that ace. The relief pitcher you weren't going to get was drafted in the 42nd round. Also shares a birthday as me, Jesse Chavez. Shout out to Jesse Chavez, former Cub great. The MVP, and I'm surprised you weren't able to get this. What is it? Canada.
Joey Votto. I thought he was an international draft. Whatever, because he's Canadian.
Did they do that for those guys? I think he's just.
I don't think they just make them. They just make the rules for different countries. It's weird. But yeah, that's good. I mean, one of those guys is a Hall of Famer, and that's Joey Votto.
Yeah, it's Cole Hamels.
Greinke might be.
Greinke's a Hall of Famer. Knock it off. Greinke, Zach Greinke has like over 65 WAR. Like him and CC Sabathia are easily in. He's a former Cy Young.
Mark Burley has like a 62, and he's not close to the Hall of Fame.
Greinke has more, and Greinke has a Cy Young. He has actual hardware.
Okay.
All right. Well, you want to talk about PointsBet?
Career.
All right. Well, friends, we don't need to get into that. I would too. I started hashtag. Don't let anybody else tell you, but I did start hashtag bust for Burley. Don't let other people tell you otherwise. The best way to support CHGO is to download the PointsBet app and use code CHGO when you sign up. If you do that right now, you get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. That's not it. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, you'll receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content, and you'll even get a free shirt of your choice from the CHGO locker. That's $2,000 in free bets, a free CHGO membership, and a free t-shirt from the CHGO locker, all for making more than a $50 first-time deposit at PointsBet. If you have any questions, you can email pointsbet@allchgo.com, and we will help you out. An online sign-up is available in Illinois. You can download the PointsBet app right now and register your account from start to finish, all from your phone. You'll be signing up with the fastest sportsbook, easier than ever, so you could start living your bet life in seconds. So what are you waiting for? Once the game starts, don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. Gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. We're still unsure when the makeup time will be. But as you can
There
see
it
right now,
is.
this is the radar. 7:15 is where we
Get in
stop
front of
this
that,
at, and
Brant. Get in front of that, Brant Miller,
yeah, come
and
on, Brent
show
Miller.
us where the
I,
storms
I
are
mean,
at.
I,
I'm
could-
talking
I mean,
about
I,
you, Brant Miller.
I will. Hey, if I had a pointer right now, I'd be up there and circling there. But as you can see, Chicago is that dot right in the middle, and since there's no green there, friends, that means it's dry. And 7:15 is when this game was supposed to start, but they've delayed it, so I'm not
Are they
sure
worried?
what they're looking for.
Are they worried about all that stuff past Peoria, like Peoria, and then into Western Illinois over there?
Yeah,
Hello,
I mean,
Leathernecks.
you could see that down there. You could see that cluster. We like to call that cluster in the business, friends. You can see that cluster down by the Mapbox logo over by Peoria. But that honestly, I'm not too worried about. I mean, that's probably gonna enter the area around 7:45. So if you're gonna delay the game, you're really just waiting until maybe like 8:15 to get this started. Because at 7:25. You're still dry. 7:50, you're still dry. That stuff really isn't going to start reaching you until 8:15. So I feel like this is a gamble, Herb. I'm going to be honest with my weather degree. I feel like this is a gamble.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get enough innings, especially versus this Boston team who likes to take their time. Their games are a little bit longer, so to get in 5 innings, it's going to be tough if you only have like a 2-hour window there. You're going to be playing with fire there, and then probably having to suspend the game until tomorrow anyway. So why not just start off at like 3 o'clock, 3:30, start tomorrow for a doubleheader? You're already at a disadvantage where you're traveling from 7 o'clock game for Boston. So it really doesn't matter too much if you add on an extra 5-6 innings for tomorrow. Oh, look at my guy Connor Smith. What's
Right,
up, Connor Smith?
our Baja Blast Boy coming in with a $5 super chat. Shingo Takatsu, best Sox performance by win probability added on June 22nd, 2004. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, 0 earned runs, 1K, and a Jose Valentin walk-off winner. Yes, stretch mercy.
Man, I loved Jose Valentin. Talk about
Yes,
mustaches.
yes,
Jose
friends.
Valentin had the best mustache in the game. Maybe. Mercy.
Yes, friends. When he walked off those Tampa Bay Rays in 2004 in June, I cried with my dear friend Darren Jackson in the booth. Ross Mullen is out in Peoria. He said he's pulling a blind melon here, Herb. I'll do an old reference for you. There's no rain out there in Peoria. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. I see what you did there. Yes.
Thank you. All
R.I.P.
right, let's
Shannon
start.
Hoon.
RIP. Let's go to Boston Red Sox versus Lucas Giolito, because Lucas Giolito's on the bump. Actually, Steven, I'm sorry. Can we go to the pitching matchup? Can we see Hill and Giolito's stats on the year? Lucas Giolito will be going on the bump, hopefully. The game time has been delayed, but we're not sure if this game will be played. If it will be, it'll be Giolito versus Hill. 31 2/3 innings for Giolito, a 2.84 ERA, 28 hits allowed, 44 Ks to 12 walks, and a ERA plus of 134. The MLB average is 100, so he's about 34% better than the average MLB pitcher. Rich Hill, 30 innings pitched, a 3.90 ERA, 30 hits allowed, 23 Ks to 8 walks, and a 106 ERA plus. Still crazy that Rich Hill at 42 is still doing this, Herb.
And effective, yeah. It's really nice for him. I remember him as a Cub, as a young pup Cub back in the day. And the fact that he is still pitching and effectively in a major league roster, which this team is ready to compete. You can see the 6 games in a row. They're giving Rich Hill a rotation spot at 42 years old, and he's doing it with guts and guile, and he knows how to place the ball where he needs to place it, with that curveball being his most thrown ball, which is weird as hell. It's very odd.
Well, and the one thing too that I think people are going to love, if you haven't seen a lot of Rich Hill starts recently, but he has a little deception. He's going to do a little bit of quick pitching with his 88-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. He gets that up to 90-mile-per-hour, friends. He really racks it up there. But he also has this curveball that you mentioned. It's a great looping curveball, but he also has this slider that he's going to throw out of a 3/4 slot. and it's like 68 miles per hour. It's real ugly. It's real dirty looking, and it's just something that it gets the job done. And it's real interesting to watch him at 42 years old try to get the job done. It's been interesting watching our guy Lucas Giolito pitch. He hasn't been that effective this year, and I think that's why JJ's saying expecting Gio to get hit around TBH, and he struggled last year against the Red Sox. We remember Lucas Giolito trying to pitch at 11 a.m. That didn't really work out for him, but we can look at his stats versus the Red Sox lineup. JD Martinez has had a field day against Lucas Giolito whenever he's gone up against him. 5 for 10 lifetime versus Giolito. Kike Hernandez has done a good job versus Giolito as well. 1 for 2 in his lifetime with 1 home run. Jackie Bradley Jr. 1 for 6 lifetime versus Giolito, but that 1 hit was a home run. Alex Verdugo 1 for 2. Xander Bogaerts 2 for 8. Rafael Devers 1 for 5, and Christian Vasquez 1 for 6. How you thinking Giolito is going to face up against the Red Sox? If he faces the Red Sox.
It's a very tough, tricky question because this is the team, as you referenced. It was Patriots Day where Lucas had to go out, or no, the day before Patriots Day. I think it was a Sunday doubleheader, and he got murdered. They were all over his changeup. Like last night, we thought that Dylan Cease was getting tipping pitches. It seemed like Boston knew the pitch that was getting thrown by Lucas Giolito. As you said last night, it's not above them because they've been caught. Their manager actually got fired for a year because of that scandal. So it looked very odd. And Lucas pretty much shelved that changeup from then on and didn't shelf it, but that was his second best pitch. Went more slider last year than changeup to a great effect. Hopefully he is thinking about, hey man, that was last year. Those guys, yeah, they got to me, but whatever. I don't care. I would say they had a game plan last night to attack Dylan Cease's fastballs early in the count, and they were crushing it. 9 hard hit balls last night against Dylan Cease. If I was watching that and I was Lucas Giolito, I would say they probably have the same plan against me. I do elevated fastballs, probably better than most and more than most, and then I pair that with a elevated changeup. If I was starting off the game versus their lineup, and I think it's Kike Hernandez, I'm throwing that changeup high, elevated, and see what he's doing. And that will tell me what their game plan is early. If they're looking to do the same exact thing they did versus Dylan Cease, which I would do if you got the effect of 16 runs scored last night with a pitcher that's very similar in styles.
Yeah, let's look at the Red Sox lineup here and how they're going to face up against Lucas Giolito. Leading off for the Red Sox will be Enrique Hernandez playing center field. Second, Rafael Devers playing third base. Third, JD Martinez playing DH. Fourth, Xander Bogaerts playing shortstop. Fifth, Alex Verdugo playing left field. Batting sixth, Trevor Story playing second base. Batting seventh, Franchy Cordero playing first base. They taught him how to play first base, huh? Batting eighth, Christian Vasquez playing catcher, and ninth, Jackie Bradley Jr. Playing right field. Very weird seeing Franchy Cordero play first base. He's actually decent, which has been shocking.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I remember him as a Padre. They couldn't find a spot. It was him and the Franmil Reyes. So they both had the Frans pretty much marketed, and he was terrible as a Padre. And then he went other places. And of course, as any other Padre who gets traded or left away, he turns into a valuable contributor because he just hit the grand slam walk-off the other day that gave Boston their 5th win in a row. And then last night, he was just hitting everything. All productive outs are getting good hits last night for Franchy Cordero. So good for him. I hope he struggles tonight, though.
Yeah, I hope he struggles tonight as well. It's going to be interesting, too, to see how Lucas faces up against these Red Sox. You mentioned, that changeup is definitely going to be something he needs to rely on today to get those swing-happy Red Sox off of what he's throwing. And JJ says mainly he thinks Giolito's going to struggle tonight because Giolito's struggled with his changeup and slider, so he'll probably be forced to go with the fastball, and the Red Sox love those. It's a good point. But if Lucas does have, that slider, changeup, and fastball all working for him, it might be a nice night for him. I do think that, a swing-happy team like the Red Sox can play into his favor as long as he has it working. So that, I mean, that's something that I'm excited to see. I think Lucas is ready to take that next step, and he's in that area. Him and Cease were in that area to take that next step to show like, all right, hey, we're here, we arrived, we're Cy Young level. Cease kind of took a step back yesterday, but I think Lucas is still in that area. You still see that ERA 284. It's still a real nice number. ERA plus of 134. His stuff's down a little bit. The spin's down a little bit. The velocity's down a little bit. But I know he struggled ramping up. He had that injury early on in April. But I'm expecting him to, as long as he's healthy, really start ratcheting it up here.
That tells you how great Lucas Giolito is. We recognize he's not at his best right now, and he's got a 284 ERA. That's a man that knows how to pitch. The man who has grown in this game. He understands sometimes pitches are not going to come. And as JJ alluded to earlier, slider changeup hasn't been consistent enough this year for him to just go out and do his thing. So he has to go to the fastball more times than not. And he gets hit hard sometimes, and home runs go. But if for the most part, those are solo home runs for Lucas Giolito. And then he gets right. I don't know what it takes. Like, it just like, okay, damn it, Lucas. He gets mad at himself and it's like, stop giving up home runs. And then he does. And then he turns into some other guy and gets everybody out. So, yeah, he hasn't hit his pinnacle yet of being the best of Lucas Giolito that we could have seen. So that's very scary. He's got a sub-3 ERA still.
Right. And two, there's the stat that I love, stuff plus, location plus, and pitching plus. And Giolito's stuff is getting like worse. His stuff plus is at 89, which is a little worrisome for me. But again, we talked about the velocity being down and the stuff, the
for
spin
context,
being down there.
Sean, what was it? Does he have it for last year or not? Or was it like
so last year was around 100.
Okay. Oh,
so yeah.
Damn.
So last year was about league average, his stuff. And, so stuff plus 100 would be league average. To give you some idea, like Liam Hendricks, who has a huge spin on his slider, his curve, his fastball, his stuff plus is 133. Giolito's right now is 89, but his location's been good. It's at 99. So, I mean, I am just interested to see how he's pitching because it has looked really good. He's gotten a lot of good results, but I do wonder, these results as well paint a little different of a picture. So I do wonder, what he will look like, especially, Rustin's saying with the higher humidity tonight, I think Lucas is going to be able to go with that slider and curve effectively, and his fastball might have a couple extra miles per hour with the spin rate up. So, I mean, if his spin rate's up, I'm going to have a lot more confidence in him. But if that's down, I think he might get hit around a little bit tonight. So, and I think too, we saw this with Dylan Cease. I think first pitch breaking ball and first pitch change up, like you alluded to, is going to be something that he's going to need to rely on just because they love first pitch fastball. So definitely something to watch out for tonight. Game time is delayed. We don't really have an idea of when that will happen. It's just when the storm passes, Herb. What are you going to do to pass this storm?
I'm just going to go back into the living room, talk to Ziggy and my fiance Courtney about life and such on the uptown neighborhood. Maybe take Ziggy for a walk before the game just to get it done with.
Be careful.
I mean, why? It's not raining out here. It's clear in beautiful uptown. It rained right before the show started. Like, it was coming down hard. It was odd. And then I turned back when the show started. It was dry as hell. And it's been like that ever since. So, yeah, it's a time where Ziggy will actually go outside, because if there is somebody spitting outside, he is not going out. Any type of moisture, he's like, nah, son. He'll just go to the curb and like, nope, I'm going right back inside. I'm like, don't you got to poop? He's like, I'll wait.
They canceled the game for a reason, so I don't know. Hey, maybe the rain's coming or not. We're just kind of in a holding pattern. We hope to have a post game for you tonight. We are hoping they play a game, but we're not really sure when this game might start. So follow Vinny Duber for some updates. He's at Guaranteed Rate Field. You can follow him at Vinny Duber. Herb, you got any bets for tonight?
Well, if they do play, I mean, Tim hasn't really batted against Dick Mountain that much, but I believe he's on a streak. He's killing the ball, multiple hit game. So 2 hits plus for Tim Anderson. That's an instant cash for me. Dick Mountain's a left-hander, soft toss, and Tim will crush this guy. He will, like I predicted a home run this weekend in New York. I think Tim will go yard tonight against Dick Mountain. And that's why I picked him as my click to pick last night, because I know that Dick Mountain doesn't have anything for Timmy right now, especially this guy who's hitting the ball, the cover off the ball.
There you go. I mean, for some reason, there's no home run bets. Oh, there you go, home run bets. Since you're talking about this with your click to pick, Tim Anderson's your pick click to pick tonight. I better bet Andrew Vaughn to hit a home run tonight then,
Might
huh?
as well.
So there we go. And one thing I don't know if you got this, but I got a free bet from PointsBet. So I'm gonna put a free $5 bet down on Andrew Vaughn if I can find him.
I
So
got the
that's gonna be
free
my bet tonight.
like Eastern Conference final bet. That's what I got from PointsBet. I bet
Did
too
you
much
do
on
that
PointsBet.
live same game one?
Yeah, they love to lure me back in for basketball. I only do usually baseball and PointsBet, usually with the White Sox games. I've been not as lucky as of late because the White Sox have not been treating me right with the hits. I bet that Tim Anderson, I predicted that he was going to hit a home run in New York to right field, but I only did that on Saturday's game. Sunday's game, the morning game, he didn't play, so I was like, son of a bitch, and I did not bet in the night game. Of course, that's where he hit the home run. I would have cashed in big time.
Yeah,
I just gotta like have Twitter trout or clout instead of actual money.
I bet that 2+ hits and 3+ hits for Tim Anderson on Sunday. So my bankroll's feeling nice and hefty here. I'm going total first run inning over 1 run. So it'd be over a half run, minus 115. I think that they're either going to get to Rich Hill tonight or they're going to get to Lucas Giolito tonight. I also take Rich Hill under 3.5 Ks as well, and I'll take JD Martinez to record 2+ hits, just because he's had so much success against Lucas Giolito. So if Boston's going to win, they're probably going to have a good performance from JD Martinez. And we do have someone asking in the chat here before we wrap this up. We got where was this? Fred saying, wasn't the last time they faced Hill in 2020 with Minnesota? He shut them down, if I recall. Last time he faced the Sox, August 31st, 2020. 3 1/3, 3 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, 2 Ks, no home runs. So I wouldn't really call that shutting him down. He walked 4 batters, gave up 3 hits. Feel like he got lucky.
Yeah. Tonight, I don't know if we're going to get this game in. I just want some clarity. Like the last update we got from the White Sox was like 30 minutes ago. Game's supposed to start at 7:10.
Herb, it's when the storm passes.
That's just so nebulous. What does that mean? I don't know what the storm say. We expect the storm to pass at 7:25. We should be playing around 8:00. Give us an idea, because people have lives to plan. They have things to do. People here in the chat room have things to do other than wait for a White Sox game that might not get played tonight. It's just so frustrating. Just bang it and play two tomorrow. It's not ideal, but it's better than sitting around doing nothing, twiddling our thumbs and wasting a pitcher that is our ace.
We don't know if they're wasting them. I mean, this is maybe the preventative caution to make sure that he doesn't pitch today, and then they're able to use him tomorrow.
And isn't this what game is this? The 43rd game? This is the 43rd.
Yeah, the 21st. Yeah.
This is the 43rd unique lineup, right? I believe.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it got kind of messed up with Yohan Moncada and Andrew Vaughn being both in the lineup for the first time in a long time.
And now Robert's hurt.
And yeah, Robert being hurt. So second and third for those guys. So this has to be another unique lineup. And unique lineups are not good things, friends. They're not.
42 total batting orders. Yeah. So and I don't think that there's any order here that's had Moncada third this year.
Shane, I will not be at Saturday's game. Yeah. I will be here, in the West Loop Studios with Sean over there, and then we'll be doing a pregame with the CHGO Cubs people and telling them about how shitty their team is, and then we'll do our own.
Oh, we can't do that.
Last time we did a co-show, so we did a CHGO White Sox, CHGO Cubs postgame, and Cody was not happy.
He got too upset. When we were winning. So we'll take our we'll reap. Do we reap or do we sow? We sow.
No,
we're gonna reap
the rewards. We'll reap the rewards of the White Sox winning the series and drinking out of the BP cup again.
Out of that BP cup. Yeah. It's Wintrust, right?
Yeah, that's something. It's filled with oil.
Rusted saying, I'm now convinced TLR does a different lineup every night, basically to flex on everyone. Yes. I'm pretty sure he confirmed that. I'm pretty sure that that's something that he likes to do, is have a unique lineup and show how unique and cool and smart and fun he is. I'm pretty sure that's 100% confirmed. That's not a convincing. That's not a. I'm pretty sure. We can ask Vinny, but I'm pretty sure that's just a thing that he likes to do. I think that's a little quirk about it. But yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's not working. He can look at these standings, and if he's a results guy,
They
which
did it last year, though.
yeah, but
They did it last year.
I mean
I get it, but
the results weren't great. I mean,
they
the
still
AL
won
Central,
91 games, though.
if you think if that's a limiting factor, though, they could have won more if they played to their potential. First pitch, Jordan Miller, who apparently they say killed Tupac.
He did.
First pitch is at 7:40. Let's confirm that
friends.
with the people. Thank you, Jordan Miller. I don't think you killed Tupac. You're a good guy.
I don't know if he
Yeah,
did.
Sox
but I don't
announced
know if
first pitch
he did.
coming at 7:40. That is per Vinny Duber and the White Sox. Thank you, Jordan Miller. Also, really appreciate that.
Thank
so
you.
we're not staying until 7:40. We're actually about to bounce, and so you guys can enjoy your time. And if you want to watch this again and do it again, right up to first pitch, you can do it right now. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it looks clear. So, I mean, I honestly think they could probably get it in. Rain will probably come back around. They might have enough time. I don't know. They got Rich Hill's on the mound, and he works quick. So, it might be very beneficial for Lucas Giolito to work quick. We will see you hopefully after a post game, but we will be here after the final out is made. Herb, you got a final score?
My background will be different because I'll be in the living room because my people will be asleep. I feel the White Sox are going to win, and it's going to be 6-5. White Sox.
Ooh, that's a tight one. I will go White Sox winner because I'm delusional, and we're delusional about this team, and I will take a 7-2 victory.
Ooh,
yeah.
We both think it's going to be. What's the over under 8? Or 8.5.
I think the over under 7.
So we both think it's going to be over. Fred says 5-2 White Sox.
But I'm not.
Which one? No, he said 5-2 Sox for Fred, and he says which one? We will see.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Fred. All right,
and Edgar says Sox will win 7-5.
He's got a 7-5 winner, and we got Andrew Vaughn and Tim Anderson as our click to picks. So, and shout out to Connor Smith as well, our Baja Blast boy, for giving us the super chat earlier and bringing up the name of Jose Valentin and his great mustache. JJ's going with a 6-5 Red Sox win. We will join you after the game. Vinny Duber will be joining us from Guaranteed Rate Field. Herb Lawrence will be in his living room. I will be in my closet. You can follow Herb
Jesus
on Twitter.
There'll be a post game no matter what, even if the game is
we'll
banged.
Be here.
We'll be here after the game is completed. Either way, like if it's postponed, suspended, game completed, there'll be a post game probably like 5 to 10 minutes after that.
Follow him on Twitter at Ecknerwall23. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. You can follow the show on Twitter at CHGO_White Sox. Matthew Cortese, Abreu, pick to click White Sox 16, Red Sox 3. JJ's going with the Makata bomb. Lucky Spag 5-4 Sox win with a Vaughn pick to click. And those are it. Those are all the predictions. So thank you, Stephen Nicholas, for your production. We will talk to you after the White Sox Red Sox game. Go Sox.